Respiratory system. Respiratory system forms the path through which the air passes from the nose to the lungs. Exchange of gassing during internal and external respiration is the major function of respiratory system. The system also filters, warms and humidifies the inhaled air. The system includes vocal cord produce sound, lungs control blood pH level, olfactory bulbs help in smelling. The first organ in the whole respiratory system is the nose. The nose is positioned between forehead and upper lip. It is the first organ of respiratory tract. It provides an entrance for inhaled air. The nose performs the process of warming, moistening, and filtering of inhaled air. It has two portions, the external nose and the internal nose. The external nose is the nasal cavity. At the base of the nose, two openings separated by nasal septum. Nasal septum cartilage is present. The openings are called nostrils, through which the air enters to reach the nasal cavity. The nasal nares are the opening of the nasal cavity contain small hairs in it. The posterior nares are the nasal cavity opening into the pharynx. The throat is funnel-shaped tube that lies posterior to the nasal cavity, oral cavity and larynx and interior to the cervical vertebra. It is composed of three parts. Nasopharynx is uppermost portion, oropharynx is the middle portion and the last one is laryngopharynx is lowermost portion. It is common passageway for airs and food and it provides a resonating chamber for speech sound. Then, epiglottis. It is a large leaf shaped piece of cartilage found in the entrance of larynx. Epiglottis close to the tracheal opening during the swallowing of food. That prevents food from entering the trachea or windpipe. During swallowing, there is elevation of pharynx. It is a triangular chamber in the frontal upper part of the neck, which is larynx. The prominent elevation present just in front of the larynx is Adam's apple. It joins pharynx with trachea. It is made up of cartilage, three paired single cartilage. Thyroid cartilage, cricoid cartilage, epiglottis paired cartilage, arytenoid, corniculate, cuneiforms. Now, trachea. Trachea is also a part of respiratory system. Trachea is also known as windpipe. It is measured around 10 to 11 centimeter. It extends downward up to fifth thoracic vertebra. At the end, it divides into right and left bronchi, which enters into their respective lungs. It is composed of 16 C-shaped rings of hyaline cartilage. Connective tissues and involuntary muscle join the cartilage and forms the posterior wall. The trachea cartilage covered by three tissues layer. Outer layer, middle layer, inner layer. It helps in the cough reflex. Now bronchi or bronchioles. They both are different. First we discuss bronchi. It is the airway passage into respiratory tract. They carry inhaled air into the lungs. There are two types, right bronchi and left bronchi. The primary bronchi is split into three secondary bronchi. They enter into superior, middle, and inferior lobes of the right lung. Secondary bronchi further divide into tertiary bronchi. The tertiary bronchi then divide into smaller branches, which is bronchioles. Bronchioles are the finest branch of bronchi. Bronchioles convert into terminal bronchioles, which further subdivided into two or more respiratory bronchioles. They terminate at alveolar sacs. Now, the last one is lungs. Lungs present in the thoracic cavity at two cone-shaped lobes separated by heart and other structure. Present from clavicle or diaphragm. They pair soft, spongy, cone-shaped lung separated medially by the mediastinum and are enclosed by diaphragm and thoracic cage. Two layers of serous membrane, collectively known as pleural membrane, enclose or protect each lung. Now, alveoli, which is present into the lungs. Hollow cavity found in the mammalian lungs. Pulmonary alveoli is a spherical projection of the respiratory bronchioles. The alveolar membranes are the major sites where exchange of gases occurs with the blood. A human lung has around 300 million alveoli in each lung. The alveoli are made up of an epithelial layer. 70% of each alveoli is occupied with blood capillaries. The function of alveoli is external respiration. Gas exchange occurs between alveoli and blood by diffusion. Protection against microbes.